Hey there, this is going to be a very impromptu video. I wasn't planning on making a video about this subject at all, but after what happened yesterday, I figured I should kind of put a PSA out there about something that I've noticed has been occurring a lot more lately. As a lot of you who watch my videos know, I work in retail. And lately we've had quite a few people coming into our store, and I'm discovering more and more that more people are getting scammed. I'm going to give you a couple incidences. In fact, one of them happened yesterday, and that's the reason that I'm making this video. So, one of the instances was a couple months ago. We had an older lady, probably in her mid to late 70s, coming in and sending 1 to 2 Western Union transactions a day for about 2 or 3 days in a row. They were significant amounts of money. It was between about $700 to $750 each time. Excuse me. And after helping her for like the second time, something just kind of went off in my head as a red flag. So the third day that she had come in, I decided to take it upon myself to call Western Union. Told the people at Western Union, hey, I think this lady's getting scammed. I can't prove it, of course. But, is there anything we can do, or can we investigate somehow? Especially with older people, they're on a budget. They don't really usually have a lot of extra money. So for someone to be scamming this lady out of, pretty much a couple grand when it's all said and done, just one is not right and two pisses me off. But anyway, so the guy asked to speak to the lady, and he spoke to her, asked her a couple questions. She handed the phone back to me, and the guy advised me that it was a scam and to not send the money for her. I told her I wouldn't send the money. I explained to her why, and she left. So, long story short, I found out that she was sending money to, and each time she would come in, she would send the money to the same person, same location, down in Georgia. And come to find out, when it was all said and done, she was sending money to this person because they had promised her that if she sent a certain amount of money to them, they would reimburse her with $1.1 million into her bank account. Now, I also did find out when this was all said and done that this lady does have dementia, which makes sense because when I was trying to help her fill out the Western Union form, she did seem a bit confused. But it ticks me off that, one, you're taking advantage of a senior citizen who, like I said, is on a very fixed income. And two, you're also taking advantage of a senior citizen who has dementia, who might not remember that she sent you money, which I guarantee is probably why she kept sending it. They probably kept telling her, yeah, I never got that money. And of course, she's going to believe them because she believed that they would give her, $1 million. So she sends it again. But thankfully, I'm just glad that I was able to not send the last transaction for her, because the last time she was in, she wanted to send like $700 something. So I saved her that. So on to my story from yesterday. I had a gentleman come in and ask me where our gift cards were. I showed him, and he was on the phone as soon as he came into the store. I should put that into here as well, because it'll make sense. I showed him where the gift cards were. I went back to what I was doing. He had come up to me again, and handed me the phone and said, "Hey, can you find out from this guy what exactly card I'm supposed to be getting?" And I said, "Sure." So I got on the phone. I said, "Hey, how can I help you? What gift card are you looking for?" And the guy on the phone says, in an Indian Middle Eastern voice, which should have tipped me off, which it kind of did. Hang on, phone's ringing. All right, sorry about that. That was an unfamiliar number, so I'm not answering it. So anyway, so the customer handed me his cell phone to talk to the guy to find out what gift card he needed to get, and I, said on the phone, what kind of gift card were you looking for? And the guy with a, Middle Eastern accent says, "Can you show him where the iTunes gift cards are?" That put up a red flag for me. So then I asked the guy, well, what is he buying the gift card for? And the guy on the phone says, "You don't need to know why, just show him where the cards are." Okay, that sounded a bit defensive. And if it was something innocent, like he was buying them for a friend because, they didn't have the time to go out and get a gift card for someone's birthday or something like that, I could see him being like, "Oh, I just need him to get it for, like, my daughter for her birthday. I didn't have time to go get whatever." But to say, "You don't need to know that, show him where the cards are," there's red flag number 2. So then I took it upon myself to take the guy's cell phone and kind of push it kind of firmly against my chest. And I asked the guy who was standing in front of me, "Do you know the person on the phone?" And he says, "No." So right then and there, I knew he was getting scammed. I picked the phone back up and I told the guy on the phone, "You're trying to scam this guy out of money for an iTunes gift card. I'm not going to show him where the gift cards are. I'm not going to allow him to buy an iTunes gift card here. I'm going to give the phone back to him, but you are scamming him, and I'm not going to help him help you." So I handed the phone back to the guy, and the guy pretty much told him off. He's like, "You're trying to scam me out of $350, by the way, um, for this gift card." And the guy went on to tell the guy on the phone that he was going to call the Better Business Bureau and file a report with the police, although I don't know how much they're going to do because usually you can't track those phone numbers that they're calling from. But so yeah, what I guess what I'm not understanding is, first of all, what in your right mind would tell you it is okay to put $350 onto a gift card, or just outright give $350 in cash, even if that were the case, to someone you don't know? I mean, I was talking to my mom about this last night, and I told her, I said, okay, I could understand helping a stranger out in the grocery store, like maybe with 10, 15, maybe even $20 worth of groceries, maybe they can't afford, and helping them out that way. That is a good reason to help a stranger or give a stranger money or whatever. But to go into a store and want to put $350 onto an iTunes gift card for someone you've never met and you've talked to maybe a handful of times from some weird number, what I don't know. I don't get it. Especially with all the news out there about foreign scams and people saying they're going to give you this much money for this much money, whatever. So here are some of my tips for you in case you ever find yourself in one of these situations. 1, if someone says you have to give them money for you to get money back, it's a scam. Especially if they say, "Oh, you won this prize," or, "Oh, there's this, lost account with money in it, and you're the heir of it, but and they say they need you to send them money so they can send you all the money. Scam, scam, scam. Do not do it. If it's in an email, delete it. Especially if some of these emails, that if it says something like that, and it has something for you to download, don't download it. Because more than likely, either A, it's spamware or spyware or something, and it's going to collect, information from your computer about you, maybe account numbers or social security numbers, something like that. Or B, it's got a virus on it and it's going to totally ruin your computer. Secondly, don't agree to give money to somebody that you don't know. I mean, like I said earlier, I understand if you want to help somebody, like in the grocery store, pay for some groceries they can't afford, or, if there's, a homeless person on the corner, maybe go down to a fast food place or whatever and grab them a sandwich and a drink. Those are totally understandable examples of helping out a stranger in a good way. But if they want you to wire them money or send them money or buy them a gift card or send them a money order or anything like that, scam, don't do it. And just be smart. Don't give out usernames to people. Don't give out passwords, account numbers, routing numbers, anything like that. In fact, I found out that the guy who was trying to buy the iTunes gift card had almost been scammed once before, just a few months ago. He was telling me about it, and he said, "Oh yeah, there was some money put into my bank account, and I was supposed to go buy a couple Walmart gift cards and send them to somebody." And he tells me, "Oh yeah, I gave the person my account number, my routing number, my online banking password." And I'm standing there and, I'm thinking in the back of my head, what on God's green earth are you thinking? I mean, why would you give all that personal information to somebody you don't know? I don't get it. I don't get it. So I told the guy, I said, you need to, if you still have that account, you need to go close it. I said, in fact, it might not even be a bad idea to just completely switch banks, because that way your name isn't even associated with the same branch or company. But I live by a motto that my parents told me a long, long, long time ago, and it has held true to every time I've had to kind of think about it. And that is, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Which to me kind of goes along with the saying of, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck and it walks like a duck, then it's probably a duck. But anyway, that's my video for today. I just wanted to put out a couple stories out there and some tips. So if you ever found yourself in one of these situations, hopefully you won't be scammed or be out of any money or have your personal information vulnerable to anybody. So, when you buy things online, just be careful. Make sure that you're using reputable websites, that you are comfortable with putting credit card information in or banking account information in. Your first and last name, even a lot of times nowadays online, can get people access to stuff that you didn't think it could. But anyway, that is it for today's video. I hope you learned something from it and maybe share it with somebody, or maybe, you could use something that you heard in here to help a friend or family member that may end up going through something like this. But that is it for today's video. I am going to be changing my cabinets around tomorrow and filming that with the reorganization of it and all. So look forward to that on Sunday. That'll be up then. But until then, I will see you all later and have a great day. Bye-bye.